Okay, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So, long time no see. I think it's been like 2 weeks because I kind of hit like a filming rut and I had a weekly vlog for you guys and it just like didn't turn out because I filmed for like 2 days and then I filmed nothing for like a week. So, I'm back and today I'm going to be doing my March reading wrap up. So, I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so the first book I read this month was Unsteady by Peyton Corinne, and if you guys have seen this on TikTok, then you've seen it, and I think it's popped off recently also because Peyton Corinne just got published, so Unsteady just got republished traditionally, and it's in bookstores now. But this is a hockey romance, and we all know how I feel about hockey romances. We know that I feel very strongly about them, and that I love them very much. Okay, so I rated it a 5 stars and I really loved it. There's just something about hockey romances, as we all know, and you know I love the Off Campus series by Elle Kennedy, and you know that I love the Briar U series, and any hockey romance book recommendations, please send my way because I love them and I love comparing them to Off Campus. So 5 stars for Peyton Corinne. Okay, so I read the first 3 books in the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare because I've had these books forever and I finally decided to start it. So, City of Bones, I rated it a 4. I really enjoyed it and I got into it faster than I thought it was going. Like I thought I was going to, especially with new series. They always kind of take a minute to like understand the world and all that, but I was like hooked instantaneously. And then I went straight into City of Ashes and I rated this one a 3. I think that the timing just fell off and I felt like we were kind of going in circles. And then I have City of Glass, which I rated a 3.5. It was still kind of slow for me and I just wish more happened, but this is a 6-book series, so obviously everything can't be resolved in 3 books like it normally does with fantasies. So City of Glass was a 3.5. Okay, and then I took a break and I read Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage. And if you guys know, you know that I love Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. So this is the second one in the Rebel Blue Ranch series, I think it's called. Or Rebel Blue. It's kind of a tongue twister. Rebel Blue Ranch. And this one was Wes and Ada. And they're, again, cowboy romances. There's just something about them that hits every time, and like they can do no wrong, and it's just like every time, like every single time. So I cannot wait for the rest of the series. If you guys don't know, the next one's gonna be Gus and Teddy, and that one I think is my most anticipated one actually, because I've been waiting for that since book 1 because I've always kind of teased it. So 5 stars. Did I not say that? 5 stars if I didn't say it, but so well done. And this next one I've also had on my TBR for a really long time, and I'm so glad that I finally picked it up. It was Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. This is my first Abby Jimenez book, and you guys know reading new authors is kind of hard, especially when you've kind of found your niche and like you found what you love, what you like. So this was kind of out of my comfort zone for me, but 5 stars. I loved it so much, like, and I was so mad at myself for waiting so long to read it, but I am an Abby Jimenez stand now because so good. And then going on the Abby Jimenez train, I decided to pick up Yours Truly, and this was the one that everyone was telling me that if I was going to read an Abby Jimenez book, it had to be Yours Truly. But this is technically the second one of like the Part of Your World series. So this one, the first one was Emily and Daniel, Alexis and Daniel. I don't know why I want to call her Emily every time. And this one is Alexis' best friend Brianna. So this one I rated a 4.75 only because of the miscommunication in this book that kind of had me. I almost wanted to put it down because I wanted to actually like slap the main characters, but like to tell them to get it together, because if you guys read this book then you guys know what I'm talking about. But 4.75. And the last book I actually read on my Kindle, so I read Off the Grid by Kay Bromberg, which is an F1 romance, and I only rated that a 3 stars. I did not like it. Maybe just because I was comparing it to the F1 romance by Lauren Asher, the Dirty Air series, and I love that series, and maybe nothing can compare to that, or I just like, I don't know if nothing can compare to that in my eyes, or if I just like simply didn't like the writing and all that stuff. But I had really strong high hopes for it, and it felt very, very flat. So I rated it a 3 because it wasn't bad. I didn't like hate it, but I thought I was gonna love it as much as I loved the Dirty Air series, and that just didn't happen. So that was my last book in the month of March, and now I'm going to show you guys my April hopefuls because there's quite a lot of them. And if you guys don't know, I'm still working through my TBR, my physical TBR, and I've done really good, but I've also done really bad. Okay, so for the first 3 books that I want to read in April is going to be the 3 Infernal Device books by Cassandra Clare, because if you guys don't know, I know I've talked about the reading order like maybe a million times, but you read the first 3 Mortal Instruments, then you read the Infernal Devices, and then you read the last 3 of Mortal Instruments. So that's the way I'm doing it. So I've already read the first 3 of Mortal Instruments, so now I'm on to Clockwork Angel, which is book 1 of Infernal Devices, and then I have Clockwork Prince, and then the last one is Clockwork Princess. So those are my 3 main ones. But April, as we all know, is a month of new releases, and there are like 5 new releases that are coming out that like I need to read like immediately, and I will not, like, I will put down anything to read those new releases. So I'm gonna tell you what books are releasing in April because I have my list, and it's going to be a great reading month. First we have Wild Love by Elsie Silver, and this one is going to be the first book in her new series, and it's going to be Willa's brother Ford. So we all know Willa from the Chestnut Spring series. And then we have Taming Seven by Chloe Walsh, and I was really excited for this, but I heard she kind of ruins one of the main characters, so I really hope it's not Gibbsy. But that's coming out April 16th. We have Funny Story by Emily Henry. That's coming out at the end of the month, so it's probably not going to be in my April wrap up because it comes out literally the last day of the month, I'm pretty sure. So there's no chance I'm gonna read it and finish it, but it's on the TBR nonetheless. I have Zodiac Academy 9. That's coming out, but I have to finish 8 first, and 8's not on my list for April, so that's gonna be May. But it's coming out, and I will be buying it in April. And then we also have a new book by Abby Jimenez. I think it's called Just for Summer or Just for the Summer, and I've seen everyone who got an arc of it. I was not one of those people, but that's coming out April 2nd, and I'm really excited for that one. And then another one that's coming out at the end of the month is Powerful by Lauren Roberts, which is the novella. So if you guys don't know, Powerless came out, and then Reckless is going to come out in July. The novella is going to come out at the end of April, and it's going to be Adina's like short story. So I want to read that as well. And so those are all the new releases and all the books on my TBR for the month of April. So my physical TBR will be put on hold, but I'm still chugging along, and I'm not doing too bad. Okay, so those are all the books that are on my April TBR, and my physical TBR is putting on is being put on pause for these new releases. Because if you guys haven't seen all the books on my physical TBR that I filmed at the beginning of the year, I'm trying to see how many of those books I finish by the end of the year. So I think I'm doing pretty good. Honestly, I think I'm doing pretty good because I've picked up a lot of books that have been on my TBR for a very long time. So that's all I can ask for. So, you know, we're taking a small break. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.